the time of day, how long, and how often you need to be walking to maximize fat burning. All right, let's jump straight into that walking for weight loss schedule. Now, there are 3 major components to this walking for weight loss schedule in order to maximize fat burning. The first major component is the morning walk. In the morning, the body is in a naturally fasted state. This means that from overnight of not eating, the body is naturally going to be burning fat as fuel. This is because insulin, our storing hormone, is naturally going to be lower in the morning when you are in that fasted state. And walking helps to further increase fat burning because it is a lower intensity exercise. It keeps the heart rate lower, so it keeps the body in that fat burning state. So we want to capitalize on that already naturally fat burning state in the morning by also adding in that morning walk. I usually recommend trying to get in about a 15 to 30 minute walk first thing in the morning before you do anything else. And I mean before you have coffee, which I know is like a sin to say, and before you eat anything. Get outside and go for at least 15 minutes of walking, but if you can get in 30 minutes, fantastic. If you can get in longer, even better. Because there's even been some studies on 30 minutes of walking per day and how that in itself can be really helpful for achieving a weight loss goal. Now you can either go outside, which is what I recommend, or if the weather is not permitting, then you can do this on a treadmill as well. Walking outside is preferred if you are looking to maximize fat burning, because being outside, especially if you live by like a park or an ocean or a lake or a river, helps to expose your body to something called negative ions. And this can naturally help to decrease the stress hormone cortisol, which obviously is great because you're going to be feeling less stressed, but higher levels of that stress hormone cortisol are directly related to weight gain around the belly. So if you're really looking to maximize the fat burning with the walk in the morning, get it done in that fasted state, get it done first thing, try and get it for at least 30 minutes, and preferably get outside. Which my name's Autumn and I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance. And today's video is sponsored by LMNT. More on them in a bit. Now the second really important part to plan for your walking schedule is your afternoon walk or your daytime walks. Now this is when most of us are going to be the most sedentary. Typically this is during the workday when you're going to be sitting and not moving very much. It's really easy to forget to stand up every now and then when you are working, but the less often that we get up, even if it's just getting up for 1 or 2 minutes an hour, the less we're contracting our muscles and the less insulin sensitive we start to become. And with the goal of increasing fat burning, the more insulin sensitive we are, the easier it can be to tap back into fat burning. So one easy hack that you can do for during this afternoon or daytime walking period is simply get up every hour for 1 to 2 minutes and just walk around your house or your office. It can literally be 1 to 2 minutes long. Even on the conservative side of these steps, this amounts to about 2,000 extra steps that you're getting during that 8-hour work period. I use a step tracker and this just helps to remind me to get up every hour if I haven't already done so. It sets the goal of about 250 steps for you to get each hour, and you can use this time to go to the restroom or get water. It doesn't really matter what you're doing, but just adding in that extra 1 to 2 minutes of walking every hour can really help to break up those sedentary moments that a normal work schedule will have. Which if you are walking more frequently and you're not used to it, you might experience muscle cramps, which is why I really love today's sponsor, LMNT, because muscle cramps are typically a result of an electrolyte imbalance. And especially the more often you're actually contracting your muscles, the higher need we tend to have for these electrolytes. Some of the main ones being sodium, magnesium, and potassium. Sodium is one we lose in the greatest amounts, especially if you're sweating, and having an imbalance of sodium can typically lead to things like headaches. Not to mention there's even a study that found low salt diets, which sodium makes up about half of salt, can actually decrease insulin sensitivity, which then could work against your weight loss goals. I love that LMNT has sodium, potassium, and magnesium. It also contains 0 sugar, making it a great electrolyte replacement if you are looking to achieve a weight loss goal, because sugar is one of the main drivers of that storing hormone insulin. I personally like to use their unflavored option when I am fasting, but I'll also use their flavored options during the eating window. Raspberry salt and citrus salt are some of my favorites, and you can test out 8 days worth of LMNT for free. All you have to do is pay for the shipping by using the link down description below. This is just for my viewers, so make sure to check out that link down description below so you can test out LMNT. Now, in addition to walking every hour, if you have the time to add in a lunchtime walk, even if it's about 15 minutes long, can further help to maximize for fat burning, especially if you're able to go on the walk after you've had your lunch, because when you're walking or when you're contracting your muscles, it helps to soak up excess glucose from the blood supply, making so you don't need to pump out as much insulin, which is that storing hormone. Now, if you don't have time for this, it's not the end of the world. At the very least, getting up every hour will be really important. Now, the third component of your walking for weight loss schedule is the evening walk. specifically after dinner. Even if it is just 5 or 15 minutes long, adding in some type of walk after dinner not only helps to soak up that excess blood glucose, same as with that lunchtime walk, but if you're walking outside, it also helps to expose your eyes to darkness, which sounds a little odd, but when your eyes are actually exposed to darkness rather than light, it tells your brain that it's time to go to bed, which can then then cause your body to increase that sleep hormone melatonin. Melatonin helps to provide that deep, high quality sleep, and poor sleep where you're waking up often or you're not feeling rested the next day is directly tied to weight gain around the belly. So walking can not only help with absorbing that excess glucose, it can also help to boost the quality of your sleep, which further helps to maximize for fat burning. Now, it's really important to make sure you're avoiding these 3 walking mistakes with this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come on, new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.